Awesome, we're back, and let's give it up for Scats on the Sly. They'll be back later on in the show to rock it out again. Now, our next guest, Kent Robison, and he's with Mod Space. Let's bring him in. Kent, how are you?
Good to see you.
How's it going, man?
Thanks for having me. Great.
Now, Mod Space, not a Who album.
No, not a Who album.
These are buildings that you guys rent out and put just about anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, almost any application you can think of with a conventional construction, stick-built application, can be recreated with hybrid construction for rental, for temporary needs, so a month, to more permanent construction. So we've done things, fast food restaurants, education, energy,
They
government.
run fast food restaurants out of these things?
Well, they're prefabbed in a controlled environment. So yes, we can pretty much take KFC, McDonald's, coffee house, from design build for permits all the way through to delivery. So what we're doing is the advantage to this is it's done in a controlled environment. So it eliminates work injuries, which is huge for companies these days. It's also fabricated in a controlled environment, so your foundation isn't being saturated by the elements, which can be a problem later on. So it's start to finish, it's quicker, faster, and in most cases cheaper. And as I mentioned before, you can take it with you if you leave. So if it becomes a problem where you're at, instead of shutting
that's a problem with the house now. You just you stop paying on it. You got to leave it there.
Yes. We've done a lot of stuff for a lot of local businesses you're familiar with, and I don't know that it's appropriate to mention their names. They haven't given me permission, but I will anyway. Harris Ranch, Fresno State, Adwala, Kraft Foods, almost any high school and elementary school you can think of in the Valley. We're in all over Northern America and in Canada and all over the world.
You just made me remember something from many, many years ago. I was at the US Festival, and they had the McDonald's and all that stuff in these buildings right there, portable McDonald's right there on the spot.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We do aid relief with our modulars, of course, but we've done many outdoor events, concerts, Talladega Speedway. I mean, if you walked upon some of our structures that were this hybrid construction, you wouldn't know that you weren't walking into a stick-built building. But
what is that? What is a stick? Building.
A stick-built building is just conventional construction. You lay out the plans, you come, you put up you start with a foundation, you build it out with conventional construction. That's stick-built construction. This is really the wave of the future, and not for every application, but almost, because again, you're fabricating it in a controlled environment. It's the same every time. There's not the human element involved of cutting and fabricating by people anymore. It's all done with computers, and then it's the same every time.
Does it come in one piece?
Comes in several pieces. So the traditional modular construction is, say, in 12 by 60 floors on wheels and axles. So if you can imagine, it's delivered in 12 by 60 floors for 10,000 square feet, 100,000 square feet. Then it's complex together. We can pit set it in the ground. We can put literally any facade, any outside, brick, whatever you want on the outside, and then it's buried in the ground so that when you show up, you don't realize that it's modular construction. It really looks like permanent, like it was built from the studs up by a construction company, but it's all prefabbed. And then, as I mentioned, if your geography changes or for some reason you need to expand or you close that in a certain town, we have the ability to come then take it up and take it wherever you want to go, so you don't lose the investment that you've made.
Now, these can be leased or purchased, right?
They can be rented short-term, and they can be purchased, and they can be rented long-term. You can finance them over time. There's really almost nothing we can't do. We've been around since 1967. We were formerly GE Modular, and then another corporation bought us out. In essence, it's the same company, and we're all over the United States, North America, Canada, almost anywhere in the world you can think of.
Do people bring these to their own homes and maybe put them on their own property?
You'd be surprised. I've had people come in and I try to screen out, but it's kind of difficult. And what people do with them after they buy them from me is really their business, but I have to tell them up front, they're technically not quoted for dwelling, but I know that's going on. We rent them to the U.S. Fire Department for like I said, emergency relief,
right.
And they house people in them for 8 hours at a time, no more, even the government. And so there are all kinds of applications. Hume Lake Christian Camp, all kinds. Really, the possibilities are endless with modular construction. They really are. And as I mentioned, if you can pick
they're
up the
insulated
phone,
well, and
oh yeah, they have to adhere to the same building codes and standards that any construction companies do. They're all approved by the state of California through the Department of Housing, through HCD, and they have metal insignias on that, which basically everyone knows that's your stamp of approval saying that they were built to code. Yeah, it's just a great alternative to stick build. It's like I said, the advantage is it's quicker, much faster. If you can pick up the phone and say, hey, I need 5,000 square foot of office space in 2 weeks, is that possible? The answer to that is yes. And we've done it quicker at times.
Wow.
So it's a great alternative, and I think you're going to see more and more hybrid construction like this in the future, without a doubt, just because of the space we're limited with now.
Right.
And some of these older buildings, not sure you're aware, but there's a lot of ADA, older buildings that don't meet ADA compliance. There's been businesses shut down recently because of that in various parts of even the valley, all over the state of California. We won't even go into that. California, my brethren in Texas and Canada, they all sit back and laugh and say that, we're counterproductive. We don't want to expand and grow business out here. Sometimes you kind of say, well, yeah, I feel that same way. But there's a lot of people who are forced to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to either modify their existing structures, and this gives them an opportunity to go and do that fairly cheap.
And can they take these and make them any configuration that they want? That because you think about modular buildings, you think about a rectangle,
right?
Can it be a 90-degree or a T or?
Yeah, we have 3-story complexes. We built an education facility, a school in Compton, about 8 years ago, and it was with a fiberglass product. So it was, for them, it was great because not only was it mold resistant and weatherproof, it was also gun-proof. It was.
Gun-proof modular buildings. Awesome.
It worked out well in Compton. There's always bullets whizzing by, so it worked out really well. And the relocation on that was possible. It wasn't advisable because it was millions of dollars. But so we've built 3-level schools. We did I think it was a 4-story in Talladega Raceway, where they call the actual events.
Right.
So we've done many, many applications with these, and the sky's the limit. As I mentioned, we're looking into medium security prisons. They're all steel structures, so for mental health and health and medical. So when the prisoners needed to come in to get short-term treatment, they were able to do that. They're not going to house the Al Capones of the world and these mass murderers.
Right.
They're not coded for that, but it's a great alternative in California where jails and prisons are becoming maxed out, as you know, and so we're looking at other alternatives there. So again, the hybrid construction is really we're hoping to take it to the next to a whole new level in the next even 5 years.
Now, you were telling me something on the commercial break. Someone can get one of these at their house or for their business for as little as $125 a month?
Yeah, I mean, if you catch me on a good day. No. If you need it, now here's the deal. They're not quoted for dwelling, and you do have to take care of the proper permitting. But if you had property, as you mentioned you do, I've seen people drop the wheels and axles on these things and turn them into storage sheds. They've turned them into offices and storage facilities on their property. So if you take care of your business up front, absolutely, it's a quick, inexpensive, effective way to meet your office and storage and a lot of different needs.
What about heating, air conditioning, electricity? They're all wired up?
Anything larger than 8 by 20 has central heat and air, so they're pre-wired. It's pretty basic stuff. I mean, it's all single phase.
Plug them right in.
No, you have to power
No, you do. You just plug them right in.
Okay, you plug them in.
Now, we have your video ready.
Perfect.
What are we going to see here?
You're going to see what we do in a nutshell, and it's hyper speed. Okay, I think it's punk rock that they play here, which I can relate to, but it's kind of a subliminal message, so that after you're done watching it, you're going to call up and order one. So
awesome.
It's kind of that. So we can take a look.
Okay, here's the video for Mod Space.
I think that was the Ramones back there.
That was a little
Pretty sure.
punky, huh?
Yeah, well,
There you go, Billy. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but before we do, Kent, thanks for coming on.
Appreciate you
Really
having us
super
on.
interesting stuff.
Right.
How can people get a hold of you?
They can go to our webpage. It's the best way is www.modspace.com. Ask for me. I'm the territory sales manager for the greater Central San Joaquin Valley. We're all over the United States.
Awesome. Okay, we'll be right back on the Central Valley Buzz. Remember, we still have more scats on the sly, and don't go away. We're going to scoop the poo.
All right.
All right.
This segment has been brought to you by Own a Car Fresno.
OwnACarFresno.com.
Ag is a vital part of the economy here in the Central Valley. Hi, I'm Ty Simpson, sales manager of the new Bland Solar office here in Clovis. And if you're in the ag industry, you've probably given thought to solar. Whether you run a dairy, orchard, farm, or ranch, at Bland Solar, we can custom design a system that's perfect for your business. The fact is that in this economy, replacing high-cost utility power with solar power is a great way to improve your bottom line. Bland Solar looks forward to serving the residents of the Central Valley. So call us today at 554-5657. Bland Solar, the Valley's expert in solar.
Family photos tell your stories. Faces, places, milestones, and moments. You probably meant to preserve those memories. But where are those pictures now? Hiding in boxes or inside the discolored pages of old albums? Do you own hours of home movies and videotapes that you can't even watch? Slides and negatives that you saved for all these years and you never get to see? Think of all of those precious memories that you've saved from the past to share with the future. Thanks to technology, we're taking more photos than ever, but we're not printing them like we should. Those digital images are held hostage on phones, tablets, and hard drives, leaving them as high-risk targets for accidents and hardware failure. What will happen to all of these images that tell your life story? Cherish those captured memories, not by hiding them, but by safely saving them. Put this overwhelming task on your own agenda or enlist Horn Photo's expertise. Horn Photo provides hands-on help from day one with organizing, scanning, restoring, and duplicating photographs. We can digitize your print and video memories onto DVD for easy viewing and safe, efficient storage. All you need to do is gather your prints, slides, negatives, and videos, then bring them into Horn Photo, where we will care for your cherished memories. In most cases, you can pick up your originals and your DVD within a few days. Once everything is on DVD, it's easy and affordable to order copies of your DVD for your children, siblings, and the rest of your family, so that you can share your memories with everyone. The best part is what can happen once your memories are digitized. We will show you how to transform your pictures into keepsake photo gifts and products you can enjoy for years to come. Don't wait for a disaster to destroy your collection of memories. Take steps to sort, save, and share your life in photos, whether you do it yourself or have Horn Photo help. Stop into Horn Photo and see our full range of solutions for saving and sharing your precious memories.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll.
Watch Mike and Athena Fridays at 1 p.m. on CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.